Imagine waking up after a night's sleep, your mind unusually quiet, no lingering images, no fragments of storylines, no echoes of emotion from the world of dreams. Now picture this absence stretching not just over one morning, but for 3 days, an unsettling silence where a vibrant nightly theatre once played. Recent reports have brought to light a fascinating and perplexing phenomenon. After consuming certain species of fish, particularly those hailing from the Indian Ocean, people have reported dramatic changes in their dreaming patterns. In some cases, this goes far beyond the familiar experience of a particularly vivid dream. Instead, sleep becomes dreamless, a blank slate that persists night after night. This strange effect has captured the curiosity of researchers and the public alike. While most of us have heard about foods affecting sleep, like the way caffeine disrupts rest or how heavy meals might cause tossing and turning, the idea that a single meal could silence dreams for days is something else entirely. What is it about these fish that seems to switch off the nightly stories of our subconscious? And what does this reveal about the intricate dance between diet, brain chemistry, and the mysterious world of dreams? Reports first surfaced from travelers and locals in regions bordering the Indian Ocean. After enjoying certain types of fish or cephalopods, particularly octopus, individuals began to notice not just a change in sleep quality, but a distinct absence of dreams. Some described it as a sense of emptiness upon waking, a feeling that something vital was missing. For others, it was a relief. No nightmares, no unsettling images, just pure, undisturbed rest. But for many, the experience was deeply disconcerting, as if a secret window into their own minds had been suddenly shuttered. The intrigue deepened as more people came forward with their stories. One man recounted how after a meal featuring a local octopus delicacy, he experienced 3 consecutive nights without a single dream. He described waking up each morning feeling rested, but also slightly adrift, as if disconnected from a part of himself he had come to take for granted. Others echoed his experience, noting that their usual vivid and often bizarre dreams vanished completely for several nights after consuming the same dish. It's important to note that these reports remain largely anecdotal. The phenomenon is not yet widely studied or understood, and scientific research lags behind the stories emerging from those who have experienced it firsthand. However, the consistency and specificity of these accounts have piqued the interest of the scientific community, prompting questions about what might be happening beneath the surface. One leading hypothesis points to unique compounds found in these Indian Ocean fish and cephalopods. Some species are known to contain unusual amino acids and neuroactive substances, chemicals capable of crossing the blood-brain barrier and subtly altering brain function. While most research into the dietary effects on dreaming has focused on substances like tryptophan, an amino acid found in turkey and some fish, known to promote relaxation and, in some studies, enhance dreaming, the idea that certain compounds might actually suppress dreams is new territory. Octopus, in particular, is a creature of fascination. With one of the most complex nervous systems among invertebrates, octopuses have long been studied for their intelligence and behavioral complexity. But when consumed, could some component of their biology interact with human neurochemistry in unexpected ways? Some scientists speculate that rare peptides or metabolites present in octopus flesh might dampen the neural activity associated with REM sleep, the stage of sleep most closely tied to dreaming. If these substances act as natural inhibitors, they could potentially mute the vivid imagery and narratives that characterize our dreams. Yet the story does not end there. Oddly enough, other reports suggest almost the opposite effect. Instead of dream suppression, some individuals have experienced nights filled with unusually vivid and prolonged dreams after eating the same fish, particularly octopus. These dreams are often described as intense, immersive, and emotionally charged, sometimes lasting the entire night and leaving a lingering impression upon waking. This seeming contradiction only adds to the mystery, suggesting that individual differences, perhaps in genetics, metabolism, or even the precise species and preparation of the fish, may play a significant role. So, what does the science say? Unfortunately, the answer is not much, at least not yet. While the anecdotal evidence is mounting, rigorous scientific studies are scarce. The few that exist have not found a definitive link between fish consumption and altered dreaming patterns, but they also have not specifically examined the types of fish or the regional variations in question. Most current research focuses on broader dietary effects on sleep, noting that omega-3 fatty acids, abundant in many fish, are generally associated with better sleep quality and sometimes more vivid dreams. The idea that specific compounds could suppress dreams for days is a new and largely unexplored frontier. Nevertheless, the phenomenon raises important questions about the relationship between what we eat and how we experience the world within. The brain is a chemical organ, exquisitely sensitive to the substances we ingest. Many cultures have long believed in the power of food to affect dreams, whether it's the notion that cheese causes nightmares or that certain teas promote clarity and sleep. Modern neuroscience is only beginning to unravel the complex web of interactions between diet, neurotransmitters, and the architecture of sleep. For those who have experienced dreamless nights after consuming these fish, the effect is both profound and mysterious. Dreams serve many purposes. They help process emotions, consolidate memories, and allow the subconscious to work through unresolved conflicts. The loss of dreams, even temporarily, can leave an individual feeling disconnected from these vital processes. On the other hand, the absence of disturbing dreams or nightmares can be a boon for some, offering a reprieve from the turmoil of the unconscious mind. As interest in the phenomenon grows, researchers are calling for more detailed studies. The first step is to identify the specific fish and cephalopod species involved, catalogue their chemical composition, and determine whether particular compounds are responsible for the effects on dreaming. Controlled sleep studies, using polysomnography to monitor brain activity and sleep stages, could provide valuable insights. If a clear link is established, this could open new avenues for understanding not just how dreams are formed, but how they can be modulated, perhaps even offering new treatments for those suffering from nightmares or other sleep disturbances. In the meantime, those curious about the effects may be tempted to seek out these fish themselves. Caution is advised, not just because of the potential for altered dreaming, but because the chemical makeup of wild-caught seafood can vary widely, and some species may carry toxins or allergens. Moreover, individual responses can differ dramatically, depending on a host of biological and environmental factors. Beyond the scientific intrigue, there's something deeply human about the desire to understand our dreams. For millennia, dreams have been seen as messages from the gods, windows into the soul, or simply the random firing of neurons at rest. The idea that a meal could silence or intensify these nightly voyages is both unsettling and captivating. It reminds us that the boundary between body and mind is porous, shaped by the world around us in ways we are only beginning to comprehend. As research continues, the mystery of the dreamless fish endures. For now, the stories serve as a testament to the power of food to alter not just our waking lives, but the hidden landscapes of our sleep. Whether these fish hold the key to dreamless nights or vivid adventures remains to be seen, but one thing is certain: the interplay between diet and dreams is a frontier ripe for exploration. As we delve deeper into the science of sleep, we may yet discover that the old adage is true. We are, in more ways than one, what we eat. In the end, the phenomenon of dream-silencing fish is a reminder of how much remains unknown about the world within. Each night, as we close our eyes and drift into sleep, we enter a realm shaped by countless factors: biology, experience, emotion, and perhaps the last meal we ate. The silence that follows a dreamless night can be unsettling, but it also invites us to listen more closely to the whispers of the mind and to remain curious about the hidden connections between our bodies, our brains, and the mysteries that unfold each time we sleep.